simple one. Cover it with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Utah shuts things down once again. 25-19.
And AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, you get to raise the cup last night, huh? Maybe even to raise a banner in Madison Square Garden. Two of the longest running, I don't want to say most storied because I'm not sure I think the Knicks are that, but they are certainly an anchor franchise and put banners up in their building for the NBA Cup. Did you know that was happening last night? You do now. The Knicks are champions of the Emirates NBA Cup. You know who they beat? Take a guess. Go ahead. Multiple choice. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the sports animal. Thanks for finding us, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
It do. You think most people know the NBA Cup? I honestly didn't know. Didn't know till this morning that the NBA Cup was on. I had no idea, and I live in this space. How did I miss that?
Well, it was the only NBA game on last night.
All right, but I was watching the exciting IS-4S Salute to Veterans Bowl between Jack State and Troy, which
tight contest.
Yeah, it was good, man.
That's the beauty of what we do.
Yeah.
Options for everyone.
My golf buddy, head coach of Jack State, was out there going after. He got a personal foul for chewing referees. Yeah, buddy. That's what I was watching. I honestly, I did not know. I don't know how I didn't know. And I don't know if I missed anything. I don't know that I feel all that bad that I was watching Charles Kelly and the Gamecocks win.
You shouldn't feel bad, but it's entertainment, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was the Spurs had a 10-point lead in the third quarter. The Knicks finished
Oh,
up
you
the
gave
game
away the answer. See the multiple choice answer.
really well, and it's a reminder. The Spurs are a good basketball team. Victor Wembanyama's been out; he's kind of on a minutes restriction right now. Coming back, they're fourth in the West. It was, I think, a big moment for the Spurs. Even the Knicks winning it, having some fun, which fun in sports is fine. Even though we want everything to either be a championship or failure, it was good entertainment on a Tuesday night when the NBA showcased it as the only NBA game.
Yeah. Is that why they opted for, I guess this time of year, that's the only place you can kind of stand alone, huh? You start going into the weekend, you're going to run up against college football playoff, and you're going to run up against the National Football League. So that's why they went on Tuesday night?
Yes.
Yeah. I did not know. If you'd have asked me midday last evening when it was, who was in it, the whole thing just escaped me, and that doesn't mean it wasn't good. That doesn't, I tell you all the time, just because you don't know about something doesn't mean it isn't good. Jalen Brunson led the way for the Knickerbockers. He had 25 points and 8 assists, and the Knicks were 124 to 113 victors over the San Antonio Spurs. They win the Emirates NBA Cup, so they got monetarily compensated, correct? All of them? It's like an NIL thing?
It is. Like Players Era
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they played this in Vegas.
And this was an extra game that does not count as far, do the stats count, but not the game, right? As far as records?
You get out of group play.
Yeah.
That's when games don't go to your regular season record. So
So those are extra games?
the semifinal and final.
Do the stats count?
Good question.
I honestly don't know the answer. All right, Victor Wembanyama played 25 minutes, 18 points, and 6 rebounds for San Antonio. Beautiful. Good for them. It looks like they enjoyed it. I know the NBA people seem happy about it. They're talking about moving it out of Vegas, huh? The final?
They are.
Where do they want to go? They want to move it around like the draft?
I think they're considering that, or do you just get to a point where the better record team hosts it, just so they can get an environment?
So Vegas is a great sports town, okay? Vegas is a great event town. I don't know that this particular event makes sense, and I'll tell you why. Locals may or may not go, and I think there's going to be how was the crowd last night? Was it pretty good? There's a faction of fans who will go, but for traveling teams like Knick fan last minute, when do they know? 4 days out that they were going to Vegas? They're probably not going, right? If you know there's a Super Bowl, if you know the Steelers are playing the Raiders in November, you got time to make a trip. Hockey fans all over the West, I know, look at the schedule, and the people who live in Arizona, California, New Mexico, wherever, find their team and say, oh, the Flyers are going to be in Vegas this week. They make their trip. I don't know that this kind of thing necessarily makes sense for that town. Understanding that Vegas has become the sports capital of the world. So your point of maybe having it at the home site or at a place where, I don't know, what would be an NBA town that you think? New York might be the spot. Madison Square Garden could be it. It certainly would have been a home court advantage and unfair last night. But that's for way smarter people to figure out.
Yeah, they're bouncing everything around. I saw something as well. Adam Silver said maybe they do it at a college campus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, because there's excitement that the NBA is coming to a place that it doesn't normally come. And I think Vegas fan is somewhat numb to events. Nothing wows them anymore. Between Super Bowls and next year's the college football playoff championship game is going to be in Vegas, and I don't know that anything wows the locals anymore. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of a cool idea. All right, so that happened last night. 124-113. The Knicks are the champions of the NBA Emirates NBA Cup. They beat the Spurs. If you saw it, we're open for you. 505-246-0610. Got a lot to do on a Wednesday as we head towards Friday's beginning of the college football playoff. We will get Oklahoma and Alabama on Friday. Now, you got an exquisite Friday night game that we can get into. We can get into the Lobos getting ready to go next week to play in the Rate Bowl against Minnesota. We have bowl tickets to give away for the, do we today? One pair? Isleta
Yes,
New
we do.
Mexico Bowl tickets. We will give away the tickets to go to the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. That is 23rd ranked North Texas against 9-3 San Diego State. Let's do that at 8:45 today. You good with that?
Sounds good to me.
8:45. We'll give away a pair of tickets to go see the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Conference play in basketball is begun in college basketball. In women's college basketball, conference play will begin tonight. Lobo women and Boise State. JJ Buck will have the call over right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. It's a 6:30 pregame. It is a 7 o'clock tip. What do you got tonight? What's Boise State coming in?
Looking at two conference contenders. In Boise State, right now, net ranking coming in top 60. So they had themselves a very good non-conference season. They returned their three best players. They have the two most dangerous shooters in the league, in Natalie Pascoe and Danny Bays, with a really good forward in Tatum Thompson. And this is a heck of a game to start conference playoff. When you look at, of course, UNLV, they're only 5-5. They played a good non-conference schedule. They're still going to be a team to beat. Boise State, Colorado State, and then UNM wants to throw their hat in that ring.
Lobos are what, 8-3?
8-3.
Coming off wins over two straight Big 12 opponents, beating Houston last Saturday night, in the Pit. And then the week prior, winning at Arizona, a road victory. So the Lobos are on a roll and playing good basketball. I'd like to get Bradbury in here this week, too, and talk to him a little bit. When do you guys go to Vegas?
Friday afternoon.
All right, should I reach out straight to him? Is that probably the easiest way to go there? I'm not asking. Should I know better? All right, men tonight, Wednesday. That would be tonight. Conference play opens in the Mountain West. One game. San Diego State is at home. They play Air Force. They're 23.5-point favorites. Saturday, you get into the bulk of it. San Diego State will dip out of conference. How about what San Diego State's got on Saturday? They got to go to Arizona. It's the Hall of Fame series in Phoenix, so they go to Arizona, not to the U of A, but they're going to play in Phoenix. They got Arizona on Saturday. Arizona's the best team in the country right now. They're number one in the country. I don't know who the best team is. Is it them or Michigan?
Sorry, Colorado State's top 60 team. Just want to
on women's
yes.
net.
I know I'm gonna get hit on that in a second.
So you fix that? All right.
Yes.
All right. Who's the best team in the country? Is it Michigan? Is it Arizona? UConn's good. Arizona went and beat them.
I think it's
Purdue's
Arizona
really good.
right now.
All right. Aztecs got to go to Phoenix to play Arizona on Saturday.
After playing Air Force?
After playing Air Force tonight. Yeah.
At least it's not in Clune.
No, it'll be in VA House tonight. And then Saturday you get started in full on the men's side. Colorado State will be at Utah State. Grand Canyon goes to Laramie. Fresno State at UNLV. Boise State at Nevada. It'll be the Lobos and San Jose State at the Pit. Lobo game will be on Altitude and over on News Radio KKOB. I'll have the call on the radio with Daniel Ferris, and Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green will have the call on the TV side. So that's what you got to look forward to this week. But it gets going tonight with JJ and the Lady Lobos against Boise State. And you can get out there, golobos.com has your tickets. And it's been a pretty good product. I think. Have you seen the crowds increase a little bit? How was the crowd for the Houston game?
It's 4,400.
All right. But for women's basketball around the country, go put that up against
It's a good crowd.
Yeah.
Because you think the Sunday before when we were in Arizona, they had 6,000.
Okay.
And that's one of the upper echelon crowds in women's college basketball.
And you won.
They show up in the McHale Center. Yeah. I do think this team has been better than the last few years. The depth and talent is definitely better. And to start off against Boise State, this is absolutely a conference contender in the Broncos. And if the Lobos want to have their hat in the ring, this is a huge game to get started off on the right foot, to play this one at home, because you're at UNLV on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to win the home game against the upper echelon teams. If you want to contend, you got to win the home games, because you know how tough it is to go win on the road. And so it's a big one to get started, and that'll be tonight right here on the Sports Animal. All right, we got a ton to do today. There's a lot of NFL news as we go through the day. Dolphins are considering a change at quarterback. Jalen Daniels talked about his frustrating year. The Rams are not ruling out Devontae Adams for the Thursday game. That's tomorrow against Seattle. So we got a lot to do there. Running back that was in New York. Well, that was the running back that was in New York for the Heisman Trophy. is declared for the NFL draft. So we'll get into that. Just a ton to get through today. Want to hear your thoughts on all of it at 505-246-0610. That's how to play radio with us today. Area code 505-246-0610. Emails come in today at jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, jj@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ's on the Twitter or the X. It's _JJ Buck. Adrian's producing on television. We are on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. We are on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. Many of you watch us there. And, of course, the YouTube channel for ProView Network. When we get back, the latest in the NFL, as we are now in the home stretch. Who's in, who's out, who's on the fence, and all kinds of NFL notes as we move forward towards the end of the season. Hey, you got a yard that needs some help? Maybe you got a friend, a neighbor, a relative who's got that perfect yard, front and back, and you got a little yard envy. I can help you with that. Actually, I can direct you towards help with that, and that is LaBarge Landscape. LaBarge Landscape came out to my home a few months back and just changed the whole feel of my landscape, my front and back. When I pull up to the house now, it just feels different. It looks different because they just cleaned it up, man. The backyard, the front yard got away from me. It's not my thing. I don't have a bunch of time. I'm not real good at it. Help. My grass was dying. My irrigation system was not working. There were trees and shrubs and stuff growing everywhere. Now I love my yards. It's spectacular, and they can do that for you. Whether you want a water feature, landscape overhaul, you want pavers, whatever it is, have them come out and let LaBarge Landscape take care of you. You know what you want? They'll do that for you. You don't know what you want, but you know you want something. Let them look at the space, give you some ideas, drop some sketches. You'll get the landscape of your dreams. Do not wait till spring. Everybody waits till spring, and then you get put on a long list. By the time your project is done, you lose half of next summer. Remember this, the people who get to enjoy a landscape transformation in the spring are the people who call LaBarge Landscape right now. You're going to get years of enjoyment from this landscape transformation. Just need a cleanup, just want to get rid of the leaves and pull back and prune some shrubs. LaBarge Landscape does that as well. Look at their website. It's LABARGE, LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around the photo gallery. You'll see some of the beautiful projects they've done. And then call them 505-345-3000. That's area code 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is real easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Utash shuts things down once again. 25-19.
Faithful empty backfield. Lewis brings down the high snap. Now he's firing, looking for Smith. One-on-one, and George makes the catch. The transfer from Robertson hauls it in for the Matadors touchdown.
Pruitt puts it across. Ava Ashley. Ashley puts it down. Game 4 goes to Albuquerque High, 25-12. We'll take a quick break.
An injury as well. Breaking through, Wyatt sees a hole, and he's gonna go. What a play, 70-yard touchdown. Watkins handed off to Herrera. Break through another hole, and through the middle, now it's Herrera. He has another man to walk off.
Trying to draw him off again. Valley a little more
Tapia again, big hole. Tapia is on the way to the end zone. Foot race to the end zone. Tapia touchdown. A 52-yard touchdown run by Jose Tapia. And
Start tonight. End zone shot here. It's intercepted. Severely underthrown at the 5-yard line. And a lot of room for a return for Ingersoll. And he's still up on his feet at the 40. He's finally pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
back to pass. Deep shot down the right side of the field.
Got somebody wanted.
Caught.
Great catch.
Caught. He rolled on into the end zone. Touchdown. So Joshua Sanchez on a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Well, it's going to be a tough test for Del Norte as Los Alamos has got them the last 3 times since 2022. So we're going to have to see whether or not Los Alamos goes like this.
What a break! And he's through and all the way in the first play of the game. He's waltzing to the end zone. Touchdown Hilltoppers.
And what a start to this one. I mean,
on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. It is a top the NFC, not just the NFC West, but very well could decide the number 1 seed overall with 3 weeks to go. The Rams go to Seattle. It is 5:30 is when our coverage will start tomorrow. Here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Rams and Seahawks, all your NFL is brought to you here on the Sports Animal by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub, now open in Albuquerque. Join them New Year's Eve and enjoy complimentary champagne toasts as they ring in the new year. They are conveniently located in Winrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque. All your information is there. I was getting some coffee during the break, and they got they never have our radio station on in the break room. You ever? It's either Clark or it's Christmas music. You notice that?
Yeah, I do.
It's whoever's in there last, and maybe I should just put us on. He was on a rant about gas prices. Dude, I'm not lying. Last week, I think it was early. I don't have much sense on time, but about a week and a half ago, I was turned to go up the hill, go to the house, and the gas station, it's at $2.02. It was $2.02. I'm like, whoa. I looked down, I had half a tank. I'm like, well, you got to top that off, right? And when I came down for work the next morning, it was $2.49, and it's $2.89 today. But $2.02, and I was talking to my mom, like, Mom, what do you pay? She's in California. What are you paying for gas? Oh, I got a bargain. It was $4.27 at Costco the other day, whatever. Hey, Mom, you know what I'm paying for gas right now? Yeah, but you get California. You get the traffic and the smog of the beach and the high taxes. You get all that. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanalytq.com and JJ at sportsanalytq.com. All right. I know you think Mike McDaniel is going to survive as the Dolphins coach. I don't. But we'll see where that goes. The Dolphins lost on Monday to the Steelers. They were eliminated from playoff contention. They lose 28-15. They are now 6-8. They paid Tua Tagovailoa a lot of money. A lot of money. He's a north of $50 million quarterback a year, right?
That is correct.
All right. His numbers aren't brutal when you look at him. 22 of 28, 253, 2 touchdowns and interceptions. Both those touchdowns came in the fourth quarter. They were down 28-3. Going into the game on Monday, he hadn't thrown for more than 173 yards since week 9. Mike McDaniel is the head coach. He's an offensive guy. He admitted the passing game, which, by the way, ranks 31st in the league since week 10. isn't good enough. He said it hurt us in the loss. And so Tua, after the game, took responsibility. For one, he said, quote, "For one, I got to play better. I got to be better for our guys offensively. Two, I'm pretty disappointed with how ready I got our receivers, blah, 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 blah." They're talking about making a change. Should they? Will they? What good does it do if they make a change at quarterback at this point? Does that mean they're just giving up on Tua and they're going a different way next year? Because they make a change, they're going to Zach Wilson. Now, if you think Zach Wilson's going to get some reclamation like Sam Darnold did, like Baker Mayfield did, like there's a number of guys who second spot, third spot, figured it out. Okay, then give him a shot. But I'm not sure who thinks that.
Or Quinn Ewers.
All right.
That's a situation where you're not finding your next franchise quarterback. Maybe you're just seeing, all right, who's going to be a quarterback on the roster next season? Because the Dolphins are in a situation with Tua. They owe him a gigantic sum of money regardless. Yeah. And this is the Russell Wilson situation. Is if you are done with a quarterback and you are ready to move on, then you just have to eat it and take a monumental cap hit. If you're done, and you just say, hey, there's no future here, we just need to move forward now, that's a decision that has to come from ownership. To say we're sitting on a $90 million dead cap hit next year.
Is that what it is, 90?
It's a gigantic number.
Well, because it was 4 years, $212 million.
Russell Wilson-esque. Like, you're just going to be sitting on that for a year, just saying, hey, he's not it. We made a mistake, and we have to move on.
Is this the one that we all unanimously said, what are you doing?
Yeah, for that level. And that's the challenge is, we talk about it all the time, is quarterbacks. If you have a good quarterback, you don't want to have to end up paying him great money. There's a market value to it, but you have to be able, as a franchise, to hold your ground. And if you say, hey, you like a dude, you're winning, you're producing, but we can't put ourselves in this corner. The Dolphins didn't do that. They put themselves right in this corner, just saying, oh, you're the next one. Here's your $50 million deal.
There's no market, really, like a Baker Mayfield deal, right? Baker Mayfield is a good, above average, just below great, right? I mean, like top 12 quarterback, top 10 quarterback that's making, 30-something million? There's, to your point, and the Cowboys were in this position. The Dolphins were in this position. The Niners just found themselves recently in this position. And what JJ's saying is absolutely correct. You get a quarterback who's good. And it's so hard to solidify that position. And so a quarterback is good. And you can argue whether Tua was that or not. I argued against that, but everybody's, oh, no, look at his numbers. Okay. And so you get to a point where he's up for renegotiation, his contract's up, and he and his agent say, well, the last guy made $52 million, I want 52.5, right? And you're not that dude. All right, fine, man, we'll walk and see what the market gives us. So somebody's going to throw that money at him and you lose and you start all over again. It's a really, really tough position. The Cowboys face it with Dak. What are you going to do? You got a good quarterback. He doesn't win the playoffs. Hell, he's got to get to the playoffs. But you got a really good quarterback who puts up big numbers. He's probably not your issue. What's plan B, or you're paying him $50-something million a year? Brock Purdy, the very last pick in the draft, has become a really good quarterback. Is he elite? He's not. But he's making elite money because he was one of the most recent to re-up. That market, that one is to me the toughest thing the GMs and front offices have to do. But I think when we watched this one go down, JJ, at the time, he had already been ragdolled a few times, right? Concussed. And I know you don't want to hold it against him. I mean, is it his fault that he had his head bounced off the turf? No, it's not. But, ... right? As you look at the future and the health of your franchise moving forward, I thought at the time that this was an irresponsible contract on behalf of the organization. That I just have never thought he was that guy. Sophomore year at Alabama, he might have been that guy. And if they move on from him, first of all, he'll be a free agent, so he'll be cheap, right? He'll be, because the Dolphins are going to have to pay him that $90 million or whatever is left on that $212 million deal. And so somebody could get him kind of like the Russell Wilson deal, right? Super cheap. So I imagine somebody who's desperate at quarterback. How many teams, when you look at next year, Judge, as we sit here today, the Jets need a quarterback. Do the Browns, what the hell are the Browns?
Tua has 3 years left of guaranteed money on it.
Right, and the Dolphins are going to have to pay that deal, right? If they release him and eat it, as you were saying, somebody picks him up for cheap, right? Because he's already making all that money from the Dolphins. I mean, relatively cheap. I want to say, I did an exercise the other day. I thought there were maybe up to 8 teams that might be looking for a quarterback. I mean, do you put the Browns in there? You have to, don't you?
Yes.
Is Aaron Rodgers coming back with the Steelers next year?
The Pittsburgh,
the Jets, the Browns,
Raiders.
The Raiders, absolutely. Arizona, I think, is now in that
Arizona,
mix, right?
Bench Kyler Murray.
Yep. New Orleans, have they found
New Orleans would be in that mix.
All right. New Orleans is in that
Miami.
mix. Miami, absolutely. And the Giants. That's 8.
The Giants are not looking for a quarterback.
You think Jackson Dart's absolutely their guy?
Yes.
Okay. Then
They
7.
just traded up to spend a first-round pick on. Like, he's going to be their starting quarterback.
All right. Then 7. There's at least 7 teams right now who are looking for a quarterback. By the way, Kansas City's probably not going to have Patrick Mahomes to start through.
And Indianapolis.
It's interesting. You're right. That was probably the one that I put on there. What are they going to do with Daniel Jones? Is he on a 2-year or 1-year deal?
Well, he tore his Achilles.
So what is that, a year? So he's out. Yeah. So Indianapolis is looking for a quarterback too. Yeah. So, I mean, Tua finds a spot, right? But here's the deal. If you are anybody who thinks you're going to win, do you go there? If it gets under 40 degrees, you're probably going to lose.
I don't think Tua steps into a starting job anywhere.
With 8 open?
Like a guaranteed starter? No. I think it's a Russell Wilson situation.
Well, I take Kyler Murray. I take a shot on Kyler Murray
like
before I do on him. Like who's going to be on the market?
This is Russell Wilson 2.0. And Tua's not even at
he's not
like the stage where we thought, oh, you're done because you're old. No, it's just, you're not that.
Yeah, he's just not that dude. He's not Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson was done, I thought, when he went to the Broncos. And, I felt about that.
But I think it would be a situation like that. If the Dolphins do cut him, he's got that guaranteed chunk of money he's coming in. You don't have to give him a big contract. You bring him in, have him there, plus whatever else you're doing.
Well, yeah, you can't put all your eggs in that basket. But, I mean, I don't know where it is. And you think Mike McDaniel makes it, the head coach there? I think he's an offensive coordinator maybe for the Niners next year. I mean, Ed Shanahan puts together 2 former ex-coaches as coordinators, Robert Saleh on defense and Mike McDaniel on offense. They go back home and nest with Daddy, and the Niners are going to be legit again. And they are legit right now because they're a playoff team. At 505-246-0610, what would you do with Tua? If you're the Dolphins, you just got to eat it and start all over. And if that, what does that mean? You got Quinn Ewers and Zach. What's my guy's name? BYU. I just said the quarterback there.
Zach Wilson.
Thank you, Zach Wilson. Staring at it. Right? I mean, Zach Wilson isn't a reclamation project there, right? This isn't one of those Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, high draft pick, gets another shot somewhere. Oh, look, he just needed to change the scenery.
Never say never.
That's why, you know what? If that's what you're going to do, then give it a shot. You have 3 games to figure it out. Or if you think Quinn Ewers is the guy, then figure that out. I'm okay. If you decided, you know what you got in Tua Tagovailoa. If you decided, you know what, he might not, even if you think he might not be the guy, let me see what else I got. Give me 3 games to go out and earn a job. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to protect your home. You got to protect your business. You got to protect your property. That's why I work with IPS. International Protective Service protects my home. They're there every single day. When I travel, they do multiple patrols. They pick up newspapers. They roll garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. They'll pick up mail, packages that are left on your curb. Whatever it is that you need to protect your home, it is affordable, private security. They have officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque and in Santa Fe. They react quickly when an alarm goes off at a property they monitor. They're there within 7 minutes or less. They'll provide you standing guards if you would like eyes on your property around the clock. IPS does that for you. They install alarms, camera systems. They have a state-of-the-art facility to monitor those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys, because the bad guys are out there. A quick response to your alarm or standing guards at your business, that's what IPS does. You'll sleep better at night. Can't prevent all the crime, but if you got no protection, you are much more likely to be victimized. The number is 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. Email ipsglobal.com. IPS passionate about, I said email, website. IPS is passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green.
Having a really nice non-conference. I saw Bradbury say yesterday, the only result that kind of, we think could have turned was that Cincinnati loss. You were in Cincinnati at a tournament in Florida over Thanksgiving and lost. What was it, by a point or two?
63-60.
Yeah, 3 points. And a game that everybody associated with the Louisville women felt it could have gone and should have gone the other way. Lynn says, Boise State expectations, Jeff. There's only one thing that I know will happen for sure. The big voice guy on the PA system really tries to sell it. Official attendance, 4,450. The Lady Lobos, thank you. And Lynn says, you look around and count 600, 800 in the arena. Okay. Lynn's counting, instead of watching the game, Lynn's been counting people. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that guy just went up and got popcorn. Did I count him once or I can't remember. Let me start over. 1, 2, 400, 402, 400. Okay. James says the women are in a world of hurt. Their strength of schedule right now is 309. That Cincinnati club you just lost to was a loser last night against Howard. Who knew Howard could play? That was a quad 4 loss. Arizona, that's currently a quad 4 win. Winning on the road at Arizona was quad 4?
Yeah. So the quad system for women's basketball is different than men's basketball.
Really?
You have a lot less opportunities to get a quad 1 win in women's basketball than you do in men's basketball.
You know why?
I don't know why. I've talked to the coaches about it, and they're frustrated. They try to say, why isn't this just the same across the board?
Why? Yeah.
Because women's basketball is actually meaningful to get a quad 1 win because it's a smaller scale.
So the quad 1 pool is smaller? It's harder? I guess I just don't understand.
So in men's basketball, quad 1 wins like 1 through 75 or whatever.
On the road and 1 through 50 at home or something, yeah.
It's tighter in women's basketball. I'll get the official numbers.
I wonder why that is. Why you wouldn't be uniform across?
Yeah, so it's harder. And again,
I don't know.
You schedule these teams.
Yeah.
Everyone says they want to play names. Yeah, the names aren't great. But for women's basketball, no one's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. This is still all about, can you win a conference championship and then compete in Las Vegas?
I mean, it really is.
But of course, we get Mountain West play tonight. A good Boise State team coming to town against a squad that's fun, got a lot of great personalities, plays really hard, playing differently this year. And the first 3 things are just to pee on the rocks.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, people just
show up or let it be.
Well, and I don't know if who are those from Lynn and whomever the other one was. I don't know if they're going to the games where they just like to pee on the rocks. Like I just don't know.
This is the reality for G5 or G whatever it is now for mid-major women's college basketball, man. We have to enjoy the moment, compete for conference championships, and see if you can get that out of them.
Well, your point is real, though. right? And I've said this a zillion times, and I think this is why Lobo football really resonated with this fan base this year. They want the names, right? They beat, let's be honest, who's a better team this year? UCLA or North Texas?
No, North Texas.
In football. All right, so if the Lobos would have gone on the road and beat North Texas, who ends up being ranked 23rd in the country, they were one win away from a conference, or from the college football playoff. If the Lobos would have beat North Texas on the road, would it have resonated nearly as much as beating UCLA at the Rose Bowl?
No, it wouldn't.
Hardly, right? And UCLA was a 3-9 football team. UCLA wasn't good. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the victory. It was a great win. You went in there, you dominated a Big Ten team. It was gigantic. But the point is, where we're going with this, is you want those names. Everybody, you would way rather beat a lesser quality big name team than Wichita State if they're 15th in the country, right, in basketball. So now the ladies go out and they schedule, because over the past years, and I'm not a big defender of their schedule, but I thought this year, damn, dude, you got Cincinnati, that's Big 12. You had Houston, you had Arizona, you had Texas Tech.
There's 5 Big 12 teams.
All right, 5 Big 12 teams on the schedule. You beat 3 of them?
2.
2 of them. All right, and you're 8-3. And yet that's not good enough because, well, you're having a down year. I don't know what y'all want. Because if you went out and, JJ, you got the net in front of you, pick an A-Sun team or a Big West team or a WCC team that's in the top 50, and you'd gone out and beat somebody like that, fans were going, yeah, whatever. Then you go on the road, you beat Arizona in the McHale Center. Yeah, whatever. It's a quad. You're in trouble. You're not that good. I don't know what you want to do, man. Like this isn't even my beat. It's yours. But
yeah, I'm just excited for conference play. This team is deeper. They're more athletic than they've been the last few years. They play really hard. They got interesting style. When you look at over the last 3 weeks, you've had your starting center not play last game because of a knee injury. Imanaj Juma, 2 games ago, gets her first career start at 16 rebounds at Arizona. She was struggling a bit, so Jessie Joaquim comes off the bench against Houston, has 13 points, 12 rebounds. You're getting production, you're getting players stepping up. You played regional names. Yeah, you got by the good teams. Like Texas Tech is a top 25, top 30 team right now. Colorado's solid.
Oh, that was the other one, yeah.
But you went to Boulder. You played a true road game, your second game of the season. If you're not running from anyone on this schedule, they didn't play a D2 team in the non-conference.
Yeah, I mean, everybody always complains about the schedule. So you went out and scheduled. You went 2-3 against the Big 12. All right, and you'd rather be 3-2, 4-1, 5. Yeah, sure you would. But you went out and played them, and you can't control where their net ranking is. You go out and play them. You're not running from them. They're at least accepting you, and playing you. In fact, some of them are even coming to your place. You can't get the men's side to do that. I don't know what you're complaining about, man. Control what you control. I know we're late, so let me control that and go to break.
Yeah, we'll take this break, and then I will update you on the difference between quad one wins for women's basketball and men's basketball.
Because I'm interested in that. On 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Zone.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Football. Never. But here's the thing about us. Refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. Being unrealistic, that's not a flaw.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, there's a lot of things I'm learning. First of all, I didn't know the NBA Cup Finals was. Secondly, I had no idea that the criteria in men's and women's basketball was different for quad 1 win, quad 2, and I didn't realize all these wins that Lobos have been having against these Big 12 teams, these power conference teams, these names that the Lobo women have been having, like quad 4 victories. So help me.
Well, they're going to be quad 4 regardless if you're down on the rankings. But in terms of getting quad 1, quad 2 wins, it's different. So quad 1 for men's basketball, it's a net opponent at home 1 through 30. So if you're a home team, and
that's hit 1 through 30, so it's hard to get that. I mean, you got to be in the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, right?
Yeah. So it's 1 through 30 at home, 1 through 50 neutral court, 1 through 75 on the road.
All right, so that's where you got to get healthy.
For women, at home it's 1 through 25.
Shorter.
Neutral 1 through 35. Wow. Away 1 through 45.
Why? Do you know why?
And then that, of course, trickles down the rest of the way with your quad.
Any idea why the criteria is different? Why they, I mean, because it seems to me the gap between the top and the not top of women, because I don't want to say the top and the bottom, because I don't even think that's what I'm trying to say. The top and the not top in women's basketball is so much wider.
So you can get, so if you're on the road as a men's basketball team, you can get a quad 2 win 76 to 175.
Yeah.
For a women's basketball team, if you're on the road, it's 46 through 80. So it skews those numbers dramatically for when we say, oh, it's a quad 2 win, let's go. In women's basketball, those are very, very hard to
especially when you're playing in a non-power league. Right? I mean, do you have the net rankings up for the Mountain West right now? Is that accessible?
For
women's basketball in the Mountain West?
Yes, I can pull that for you.
Because I'm going to guess there may be 1 or 2 opportunities for a quad 2, or maybe even, I don't know, that I think there's a quad 1.
The quad 2 is a dramatic swing.
Well, it's what would you tell me, 35 or 45 through 85? It's so, there's just no opportunity.
Yeah, it's women's basketball.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Net rankings in the Mountain West Conference as of this morning.
Yeah.
Colorado State's 57.
All right, so you get a quad 2 opportunity at home, right? But on the road?
The Aztecs are 101. Lobos are 105.
And they're 8-3.
UNLV is 110. Boise State 144. And it goes down.
All right, so where does quad 4 start? What are the quad 4? Because that all sounds like quad 3 to me, JJ.
Yeah, so right now, the lone quad 1 opportunity Lobos had was Texas Tech. They're 25 in net rankings. And by the way, that's barely holding on as a quad 1 game.
Sick.
1 through 25 at home.
Yeah.
Quad 2 games would be Colorado State in Fort Collins, not in the pit.
Yeah.
Colorado on the road. Quad 3 games is Colorado State in the pit, San Diego State on the road, UNLV on the road, and the rest of the schedule is Quad 4.
It's just insane.
But keep throwing your nonsense out there because you just didn't know about.
No, I didn't know.
I'm not saying you, but the people throwing it out there. The quad system is dramatically different for men's and women's.
Well, it just seems so inequitable. I mean, I hate using the word fair because I'm beyond thinking.
But it seems like that would be an easy thing to say.
What are we doing?
This is net rankings for basketball.
Well, the men's, it feels equitable that non-power conferences every once in a while have an opportunity for a quad 2 or maybe even a quad 1 game. You get into league play, it's almost all quad 3 and 4. You schedule, you think aggressively, and they're 3 and 4. And then they're going to look at your resume, and let's just say they're 8-3, JJ. Let's just say they go 15-5 in league. Okay? Right? So that makes them 23-8. So you're going to look at a resume and go, yeah, well, but I mean, who'd they play? Right? And it's just, it seems so, and I'll use the word fair because I know it's not fair. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's intended to be fair.
Yeah, so the Lobo men's basketball has a gigantic quad 2 opportunity with 2 of those teams being 120 or lower in the net rank.
Yeah, and for that would be deep quad 3 for 505-246-0610. That's educational for me. We're going to give away a pair of tickets to go see the Isleta New Mexico Bowl at 8:45. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road.
And that's the text phone line. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. All right, NFL stuff. Jeremiah Love, JJ, is declared for the NFL draft. He won the Doak Walker Award as the best running back in the country. He was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. He is the projected number 1 running back in the NFL draft. I see zero surprise that Jeremiah Love is going to the NFL.
No, good move. Maximize your potential in college. Get out of there and take chances, and he is going to be a first-round draft pick for sure.
He is dynamic. You know, Ashton Genty went high in last year's draft. I think it was 10th overall to the Raiders or something. And I'm not sure that I want to blame the okay season on him as much as I look at the entirety of that team. And we'll get there. But, all right. Other NFL stuff. We talked a little bit about the Dolphins quarterback situation. And they're contemplating making a change. If they do, would they go to Quinn Ewers or would they go to Zach Wilson? And at this point, what does that do? I think what it does for you is if you're thinking of moving off that $90 million or whatever it is cap hit next year, that's Tua Tagovailoa. You got two guys there. Let's see if you got anything. You're like, Jeff, I already know what I got in Zach Wilson. Do you? How many guys have left the Jets and had decent careers? Sam Darnold and Geno Smith, and I mean, right? I mean, even Aaron Rodgers was better when he left the Jets. No, honestly. No, he was. Tell me he wasn't better now than he was last year. Because the team was
rehabbed Achilles, too.
Yeah, but he played last year.
It's always the second year you get a little more pop.
Understand.
No, I'm with you. The Jets seem to drag a lot of people down.
I mean, do I think Zach Wilson is him? I don't. But he's sitting on your roster, and I know what I have and what I don't have in Tua Tagovailoa. I don't have a problem with them.
It's a league desperate for anyone with a pulse. When the Indianapolis Colts' best option was Phillip Rivers, who hasn't played in 4 years, but was running a similar offense for his high school team, and talking with his old quarterback coach Shane Steichen constantly, who was the head coach of the Colts, when that is your best option, it's not a bad idea to say, hey, maybe Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers can actually be a backup quarterback for us moving forward, so let's give them some game time.
Yeah. Dude pulled his cleats out of a trophy case, put him on his feet and played. Now he's a starting quarterback again next week. And he damn near won in Seattle, who's 11-3. He let it drive down the field for a field goal in the last minute to take the lead.
You know, we talk about how basketball has changed and what, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, and the three-point shot, the depth of it.
Yep.
The way that NFL kicking has gone to 60 yards is one where you feel comfortable kicking it is one of the craziest developments in sport.
Yes.
Remember when like a 50-yard field goal was like, oof.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you got the leg.
Yeah. Now dudes are bouncing.
Now you're hitting it from 60.
Yeah. And that's just the evolution of human beings and strength and form.
Coaches are comfortable, like, oh, okay,
60,
61, let's go.
Yeah. Well, and you're watching dudes in warm-ups, and they got the cameras on dudes, and they're kicking 67 yards. Yeah, that has stretched the game. I know you don't do kickers in your fantasy football, and I wish we did because I lost by 6, and the kicker against me had 18, which is just silly to me. But, oh, no, it's great. If your kicker kicks a 50-yarder, that's a big deal. We should give him extra points. Really? Really?
Field goal is a field goal.
That's why I'm out. Dude.
It's like a touchdown is a touchdown.
Yes, man. That's why I'm out. It's stupid. I always thought it was stupid, not just because I got beat because it's stupid, but it was always stupid. All right. Rams play tomorrow. Devontae Adams went down with a hamstring injury, the wide receiver. The Rams have not ruled him out. He's not going to practice. Well, he didn't go yesterday. He's probably not going to go today. But according to Sean McVay, giving him every chance to be ready to play. They'll take it all the way up to game time before they make a decision. This is big. He's their goal line back. You know what I mean?
Fades to Devontae Adams. It's been awesome. It was great for Kyron Williams last week if you had him. He's still really good in the red zone. And this losing Devontae Adams on the road at Seattle absolutely hurts. But I go into that game and go, okay, Sam Darnold, what happened the last time you played the Rams?
He had 4 interceptions.
Now you're at home. Expectations. This is all everyone is waiting on. Yeah. People know you can win double-digit games now in the regular season. You've done it in back-to-back years. What are you doing in the big moments? Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, still trust him. He's going to make the play. But Sam Darnold, you're going to be able to make a play in a big game. That's all we're waiting for now.
Devontae Adams leads the league in touchdowns with 14 this season. 60 catches, 789 yards, 14 touchdowns. Rams and Seahawks tomorrow. The Rams are a 1.5-point favorite on the road up in Washington State. You're going to get a little rain. Imagine that, Seattle. I don't know. I'll take that as opposed to some of the stuff that you're getting around the country. Did you see some of the, I mean, it felt like playoff weather, didn't it? 2-degree wind chill, the game in Pittsburgh the other night. Just bonkers stuff. Oh, that's football weather, Jeff. No, it's not. It's just, they play football in that weather, but that's not football weather, with all due respect. Mike, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. How you living, Mike?
Hey, I want to see if you guys want to have that conversation about analytics. But when you start talking about 60-yard field goals, obviously the bad part of that is if they miss. Look at the field position, and that's always been a concern why they didn't kick 50s and 54s. But are the numbers showing that makes more sense? And how about on the 45-yard line and you got 2 yards to go and they're going for it? Does that make sense in the overall? Or how about points that what they once say, if you got a chance for points, take them. Now it's going for 6. You know, instead of kicking the field goal. I can tell you a couple games this year that that hurt us with going to the championship when Utah State didn't kick the 3-point field goal when they were on the 10-yard line. They would have won that game.
Yeah, it's changed the whole mindset, hasn't it? But your point on where the ball is if you miss, they put it at the point of the kick, so that might be the deterrent. But if you got a guy, an Aubrey, a guy like that, I mean, they're all doing it now. The guy from Jacksonville, Cam Little, is kicking them 67 yards on a regular basis in practice. So
they're an anomaly, man. I tell you, that's not going to hold. I mean, so it's not. You can say he's 5 for 5. But don't you think that'll catch up?
I mean, you think water finds its level, but it's a new breed, right? I just think these younger guys now with these legs, when you stretch them, it used to be 55 was a stretch. Hell, 55's, I mean, routine at this point, right?
Man, it's just crazy. But what about the short yardage? How overall up to this point, do you see that what are the numbers? 50% you're going to get it? Yeah. Is it 60% you're going to get that first down?
The 4th and 2 kind of stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what the numbers say. I don't know. I can try to find those. But, yeah, more and more people are going for them. More people are going whatever the book has to tell you. I don't know who's got the damn book and is feeding it in his ear, but somebody's upstairs with a book.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that time will tell, obviously, and then we'll see how it swings again. But last thing is I was just driving along listening to you guys and obviously enjoying it again. And I was just thinking about, along with that, is, at first I was kind of like New Mexico playing the day after Christmas, and what a tough one. But now that I'm thinking about it, everyone's probably off, and they're going to get a good view on that.
Yeah, no, they'll get a nice game. Yeah, they'll get a good number. And it's a standalone window game. There's no other games against it. So, yeah, the viewership number should be really good on the radio. Yeah.
Hey, you guys have a beautiful day.
All right, see you, man. 505-246-0610. Does the NFL play on Friday next week?
By the way, the question of where's the book? You see that dude that hands Jason Eck that binder the entire game? Stands beside him on the sideline?
Is that the book?
That's the analytics guy for the Lobos.
Is that the book?
Yeah.
That is the book.
That binder that he's
always that guy's flipping through it, or at 4th and 2 from the 3rd
and 2.
Yeah,
that has all of the analytics for, I'm sure, hundreds and hundreds of.
Yeah, but then you got to look through it like a damn encyclopedia.
Yeah,
right?
That's why that guy is there. Flip it to the page and hand it to Coach Eck.
He's the analytic book guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, yes. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. I'm opening up the Prize Picks app right now, seeing what to play tonight. If you downloaded the Prize Picks app, it's really, really fun. You're playing the games. You're watching the games. Go make a couple of bucks off of it. We all think we know what we're doing. Tonight you can mix up some hoops and some soccer and even throw some hockey in there. I don't even know what some of the stuff is, man. Who is Sepp Berg, and do I go more or less on 5.5 clearances? You know what that is? I don't even know who that is, but I might be able to play it tonight. Jaren Jackson, 2.5 assists tonight. They're playing Minnesota is Memphis. More or less. It's how you play Prize Picks. You download the app, and you just have a good time playing right now. You can find your community on Prize Picks. So when you download the app and you decide who do I want to play, what players, you play lineups of 2 or 4 or 6 or 3, between 2 and 6. Then you pick more or less, and you sit back and watch the games. But with the new social feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends. You can copy lineups from winners with a single click. You copy lineups you like, and you use them as inspiration for your own picks, or you can even follow Prize Pick partners like whomever and fade your picks or like them with just one click. You can join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 sports pick app. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You want flexibility? Choose Flex Play. You can get paid even if one of your picks misses. You want the biggest payouts? Go to Power Play. No matter how you play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Get in on Prize Picks. It's now available in all 50 states. That would include us. Some people don't understand that we are one of the 50 states. But here in New Mexico, we are included in this. They offer stacks. That means you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So you want to go Steph Curry's 3-pointers and assists and points, pick them all in the same lineup. You can only do that on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's code KNML for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It is good to be right.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Has kind of, I don't know, rubbed off on too many coaches where they're too eager to go for that 7 when you could just kick the field goal, take the points. I mean, it's a long game. I mean, and don't go for 2 until you have to. I mean, a lot of coaches don't just play the percentages anymore. That's what they need to do. I mean, they always feel they got to catch up with the other coach. I mean, it's a long game. I mean, just what's the difference if you're down 7-6 or up 8-6? It's not like you don't have to be down there again. I mean, just take the points and be patient.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, Speech, and it's good to hear you. Thanks, man. JJ, I think there's been, the point chasing thing is interesting. One thing that's become in vogue, I'm not sure how we got on this, but I don't hate it, is down 14 late and going for 2 when you score your first touchdown. So instead of being down 7, going down 6. And that's become an issue. And basically what that's saying is, look, I'm not playing for a tie. We're going to play for the win. I've got 2 opportunities to make a 2-point conversion. Let me try now, right? I mean, that's kind of...
Yes, that's what it comes down to, is you have 2 opportunities, and if you get the 2-point conversion on the first one, you score, you kick an extra point, you're in the lead.
And it happens.
And I don't have a problem with being aggressive if it comes down to you have the football in your hands. If it's a potential go-ahead touchdown situation or even that kind of no man's land where, you can settle for the long field goal or go for it to potentially clinch a game late. Yes, there's a lot of different scenarios early in a game or late in the game, but I'm not going to feel bad if a team has the football in possession with a chance to go for it, as opposed to, we're going to kick the ball away and then see what happens when someone else has the ball.
I think it's the evolution. And I think it's realizing how hard sometimes it is to score points, right? Let me go get, that's the going for it on 4th down, which I've always liked. I always have. And I guess it's situational, and you got to figure out, weather plays a big part in it, certainly this time of year, right? Kicking a field goal from 55 yards a hell of a lot tougher in Pittsburgh last Monday night than it is in Los Angeles Sunday afternoon in a climate-controlled environment. So I think that all plays into it. But, yeah, the situation on it, just watching the evolution, he said, as Dan Campbell, he said Dan Campbell had a big effect on people. I mean, yeah, I think Dan Campbell kind of stretching limits maybe opened the door for a lot of people to re-examine, how do I do things? How should I do it? If you want to give him credit for being, whether it's a pioneer or pick your word on it, I'm fine with that, because I think he certainly is in his aggression, and sometimes it is not worked in his favor. Look, gambling is gambling for a reason, right? There's no guarantees in gambling. You lose a lot when you gamble, and Dan Campbell has lost whilst gambling. But if you want to say, he's made a lot of people re-examine, yeah, I'm fine with that. If you want to give him the credit for that, don't you think?
He's the most well-known for it right now.
I mean, who else? Probably some college coaches, right? I think there's been some aggression in college as well. But, yeah, I think the evolution and how much time, and I don't know the answer to this. You talked about that big giant binder, the analytics binder. Is there a lot of time, and maybe this is an off-season thing, or is it, spent just studying situations, or is it when you get to that moment, hey, turn to page 62 and get me the situation. What does the book say on this? And then in that moment, you got to decide if you're going with the book or not.
That is correct.
You think there's a lot of time that spent studying that? Maybe there is. I don't know.
That's a great question for Coach Eck.
Yeah, I honestly don't know the answer to that.
I think it's, all right, this is the percentage of it, and in this moment, how do you feel as coach?
Yeah. And then, how much of it is feel? How much of it is game flow? My quarterback's on a roll. My quarterback's not on a roll. It's 4th and 2. My line's getting a push. My line's not getting a push. I got a great play here on 4th and 2 that we've been wanting to work. Is it my 2-point conversion play? Whatever it happens to be. Yeah, I mean.
That is why you're the head coach, because you have to run all that stuff through your mind in about 5 seconds?
In about 5 seconds, yeah, because the play clock's going. You got a 40-second play clock, and you got to get all that information, make a decision, and I guess you can call a timeout and figure it out. I would argue that I think more often than not it's feel. I'll take the information of what the book says, but I'm not going to go 100% by the book. It's going to be situational. How's my line playing? How's my, how do I feel? Is my offense moving? Have I been down here a few times? Do I think I'm going to get down here again? It's the third quarter. It's the fourth quarter, whatever it happens to be. Yeah, I'm going to guess the majority of it has to be situational on that. It's good stuff, though. keep them coming at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsnmlbq.com, JJ at sportsnmlbq.com. I got one on Diego if you want to go back into that. I don't know how much you really do, but I'll read it for you because Donald sent it in, so we'll get you that as well. 505-246-0610. I want to jump in a little bit to the rate bowl. Gauge your interest because the lull between announcement and game time, they're leaving next week. They're going to the game. Are you going? How's your plans? And what do you know about Minnesota? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports App.
This report is brought to you by Sandia Area
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action.
Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to...
No second chances. If you've ever thought about proposing, you think you may, go now. Go now. Get the ring. Get it done. Need a holiday gift that's going to wow someone? Now, get over to John Thomas Jewelers. Been waiting to upgrade? This is your time. Look, John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler. They've been my jeweler since the second I walked in the door years ago. They've been voted the best jewelry store in Albuquerque for 5 years running. This sale will end December 24th, and the best pieces don't last days. They last for hours. So get over there today before someone else gets what you want. It's John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor, Lewis University building, right across the street from the Coronado Center on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. John Thomas Jewelers, all the details are at johnthomasjewelers.com. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. All right, who's going to the Rate Bowl? HB says, Jeff, even though the game is at Bank One, I'm still planning to sing after a Lobo football blowout win. He wrote me a poem because I'm not going to sing it. I used to be sad, used to be shy. Looking at Lobo football record, it's easy to see why. Making excuses not to go to games was my favorite sport, but it's time to get out to University Stadium because life is too short. There's a new team in town. They're looking good. There's a bunch of mercenaries moving into the neighborhood. The Mountain West better watch out for this whole new team. And when the wins start, it's going to be so sweet. Thanks, HB. JJ, I kind of took a dive into Minnesota yesterday, and I knew when they announced the game, I knew this was a winnable game. Minnesota's lost 2 of their last 3 of their last 5. They lost to Northwestern in overtime. They lost to Oregon. They lost to Iowa, Ohio State, Cal. I don't know what their best win is.
What is this, quad 3, quad 4 game?
I mean, so what's their best win? Is it Nebraska? It is, right? Nebraska was their best win at home, 24-6, and that's a good win. Their quarterback is good. He's efficient. They run the ball okay. The leading rusher, Darius Taylor, at a little over 550 yards. Defensively, they don't give up a ton of points, except they did to Northwestern and they did to Oregon. So, I mean, in their wins, they don't. And in the games they get beat, they do, which totally makes sense. JJ, this game's eminently winnable.
Absolutely. And we've seen the Lobos play Big Ten level athletes this season, and say what you want about UCLA in that conversation, but still size, athleticism, they've been able to compete, and this game will come down to the trenches. And there's still a bunch of big dudes that Minnesota has out there. How's the Lobo defense hold up? And getting that run game going has been the key in the entire season for the Lobos.
They finished 9th in the Big Ten, 5-4 in league, 7-5 overall. They opened up by beating their 2 early games. They beat Buffalo and they beat Northwestern State 23-10 and 66-0. Cal, who's going to the Hawaii Bowl at 7-5, Cal beat them on the road. It was in Berkeley 27-14. They beat Rutgers at home by 3. Ohio State pounded them 42-3. Then they beat a bad Purdue team 27-20. They beat a good Nebraska team 24-6. Iowa wouldn't put 41 points on anybody, JJ. That's like a month's worth of points for Iowa, isn't it? They scored 41 points, 41-3. Beat Michigan State 23-20, then lost at at Oregon 42-13. Lost it on the road to Northwestern in overtime and beat Wisconsin. I think I look at these games and I always think who wants it more. That's what bowl games tend to be. Who's opted out? Who's opted in? Who does the game mean more to? I liked Jack State last night because I know Charles a little bit, and I thought that was going to be a big game. By the way, that two Alabama teams playing in a bowl game in Alabama last night, there was some intensity.
Oh, fire to it.
Yeah, it was good. Man.
Yeah, and that is what the Lobos are going to be showing up with.
I think that's right, and that's why I think there's a real opportunity. I think New Mexico, it probably means more to New Mexico than it does to Minnesota. Minnesota, I don't know if they're looking down their noses at a Mountain West team. I'm going to guess PJ Fleck showed them enough tape, showed them the UCLA game, showed them how they played against Michigan. I'm sure they're going to respect their opponent. It's the want to the day after Christmas, who's got more to prove, and certainly New Mexico's got more to win.
Yeah, it's the coaches do it all the time. Eric Olin showed plenty of film of Florida Gulf Coast to his team.
And then they came out and they were down 9-0.
But it's the battle of human mentality versus getting 85 people on the same page. But I know for sure that the Lobos are going to be locked in, and then we'll see how Minnesota responds to that.
I think the opportunity is real. Is it more of a vacation for Minnesota to get out of that freezing cold and get down to the desert and get nice weather? Because that's always part of it too, right, man? Those guys, it's brutal up there. They get to go down there and how much of a business trip is it? Lobos will go over there. They take the short flight. I think they will have the crowd advantage, although I don't know that it's going to be massive. But I think they will have, the crowd advantage there. And again, you play with a chip on your shoulder. What chip does Minnesota have on their shoulder? Right? They were the 9th place team in the Big Ten. They're playing a Mountain West team. I'm looking at it from their perspective. Finish with a win, row the boat, right? For the Lobos to get to 10 wins, to get a second win over a Big Ten team. With guys signing, you saw Austin Brawley sign yesterday, said he's coming back.
The real ones.
Yeah. I think there's something to it.
10 wins would be phenomenal.
How many they have over the last? Wow, they had 9 over the last 2 seasons combined, right? It'd be phenomenal. So, see where that goes. But I just, as you take a look at it more and more, I think there's an opportunity here for the Lobos to really make an impact. And I'm wondering, how many of you are making the trip and getting over there? How that goes? I understand the day after Christmas is not ideal, but a lot of people are finding a way to go. We had a Isleta New Mexico Bowl event last week, and a lot of people. Now these are certainly stakeholders of our event. Told me how they're going over, and then they're coming back either because it's a day game in Phoenix. There's a late flight out. They're coming back for Isleta New Mexico Bowl. They're coming back in the morning and doing both. Some people that's important too. But are you going? How are you getting there? I'm kind of curious how that goes. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Rudy.
Good morning. We're going to drive. We decided to get the most people to go. We got a car packed with people. We're going to drive out there Christmas Day, get up and head out to Phoenix, get there, check into the hotel, have a nice relaxing day, then get up the next morning, go to the game. We found a hotel 2 blocks from Chase Field, so we can walk to Louis Lane. And then right after the game, we're heading back. Figure we'll get back either about midnight, maybe 1 a.m., and catch a couple of hours of sleep and then get up and hit the New Mexico Bowl.
Now, the fact that we got a 3:45 kickoff makes it a little better for you, and you hit the Tito's tent and get started all over again.
Absolutely. And, in fact, that's what made it possible is having the game at 3:45 instead of noon. Noon would have been brutal.
Yeah, it would have been tough for it kind of – it's good the way it worked out for everybody. I've said this a bunch of times. I firmly believe the winner in the way this all shook out is football fan in New Mexico. Lobos get a really great opportunity. The bowl game has a terrific matchup. I really, truly feel everybody wins.
Well, we got a chance to go 2-1 against the Big Ten.
Yep.
So, and I was talking to Caden Robnett last night at Lobo Talk, and they are just so fired up. And to have all the players re-signing that are signing, I think, I've been thinking about this a lot, and why Kochak was able to be successful this year is he brought the middle. He strung up the middle, got a good quarterback, brought his son to play linebacker, He had a good center. So he had that core right off the bat that knew what he wanted to do, how he operated, how he got things together, and they were able to get other players to buy in. But it's truly a remarkable story. One of the greatest stories of college football this year.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, man. It's great to hear you. We'll see you throughout the week. Rudy called at 505-246-0610. Got an opportunity for you to go to the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Got a pair of tickets, 23rd ranked North Texas against 9-3 San Diego State. Terrific matchup on the 27th of December out at University Stadium. 505-246-0610 is the phone number. Area code 505-246-0610 is how to get here. JJ's got 2 tickets for caller number 3 right now. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier.
I'm listening to it. I mean, you want to put it out there? You're welcome to. Look at her run out the door. Bye, Brenda. Everybody's got an opinion. Hey, I got breaking news for you in the National Football League. The Miami Dolphins are benching Tua Tagovailoa. They're not talking about it; they're doing it. JJ, you see who they're turning to?
Yes,
Quinn Ewers. It'll be rookie Quinn Ewers and not Zach Wilson. Adam Schefter's reporting it, and Adam Schefter's never wrong. So Ewers' first start will be Sunday against the Bengals.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Artash shuts things down once again. 25-19.
Faithful empty backfield. Lewis brings down the high snap. Now he's firing, looking for Smith. One-on-one, and George makes the catch. The transfer from Robertson hauls it in for the Matadors touchdown.
Pruitt puts it across. Ava Ashley. Ashley puts it down. Game 4 goes to Albuquerque High, 25-12. We'll take a quick break.
An injury as well. Breaking through, Wyatt sees a hole, and he's gonna go. What a play, 70-yard touchdown. Watkins hands it off to Herrera. Break through another hole, and through the middle, now it's Herrera. He has another man to walk off.
Trying to draw him off again. Sally, a little more.
Tapia again, big hole. Tapia is on the way to the end zone. Foot race to the end zone. Tapia touchdown. A 52-yard touchdown run by Jose Tapia. And
Didn't start tonight. End zone shot here. It's intercepted. Severely underthrown at the 5-yard line. And a lot of room for a return for Ingersoll. And he's still up on his feet at the 40. He's finally pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
back to pass. Deep shot down the right side of the field.
Got somebody wanted.
Caught.
Great catch.
Caught. He's rolling into the end zone. Touchdown. So Joshua Sanchez on a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Well, it's going to be a tough test for Del Norte as Los Alamos has got them the last 3 times since 2022. So we're going to have to see whether or not Los Alamos goes like this.
What a break! And he's through and all the way in the first play of the game. He's waltzing to the end zone. Touchdown Hilltoppers.
And what a start to this one. I mean, right through the middle.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time.
What's the journey been like for you from when you started this to where you are right now?
Well, other than when the governor shut the state down and almost put the rink and the team under, we played that season on the road.
I'm familiar with that.
We couldn't play in state, so we played our home games on the road. But other than that blip, it's been great. We have great community support from fans, from sponsors. I think our presence has helped to grow the game of hockey here in the state, both boys and girls, and other ice sports, figure skating, even curling, up at the Outpost. But it is really, really fun arena for fans to come in, right? It's not huge. It's not a huge stadium. Get about 1,200 people in there, and the ceiling gets knocked off. It's so loud, and it's just super fun. And these guys are playing for something. They're all playing to win the game tonight, but they're playing to get to college hockey. They know scouts are watching them every night, and they don't leave anything behind. It's really, really fun to watch.
What drew you to hockey?
Well, I grew up in Minnesota, right? And I came down here 16 years ago. I played hockey. I played junior hockey myself, going back to the late 70s, early 80s. But my boys got involved. When we moved here, our oldest was 4. Our youngest wasn't born yet. He's a native New Mexican. All 3 play hockey. And when the ice rink got into a little financial issues, and the owner said it's time to sell, my wife Jennifer and I said, well, I guess it's our turn in the barrel. There's no more hockey, no more skating in the community. So we stepped up. That's what got us here.
The Ice Wolves are currently 16-11-1. They are 6 points out of first place in the Southern Division of the NHL. There's a lot of names on here. I think hockey fans probably recognize some of the names from when the Scorpions were around, right? The Brahmas, the Lone Star Brahmas were in that league.
This division is a lot of
Jackalopes.
teams from
Yeah.
the old Central. They've had teams in the old Central League, so absolutely.
You know,
some of those rivalries
still exist.
Still play hard.
Yeah, no, and I love seeing the Odessa Jackalopes logo and the Shreveport Mudbugs and the Corpus Christi Ice Rays and all these teams. That there's a really almost a 3-decade, because the WPHL, which turned into the Central League, the Scorpions started in 1996, and so it's 3 decades of rivalries. And hockey fans are about as loyal as there are.
I think hockey fans are about as loyal as there are, and these, everything's changed, but the team names are the same, and the rivalries are alive and well.
You know, I remember when you started, and I remember the lunch that you and I had when we talked about this and your vision for this, and your model seems to have worked. Your model was to buy the Outpost, to turn it into something that was not only a home for this team, but to grow youth hockey. You've got the 2 rinks, you got both sides of it. And so ice sport has really, really grown. But when we, what was that, 5 years, 6 years?
Well, it was a couple of years before COVID.
Yeah,
so
all right. So let's say 18.
Somewhere in there,
yeah. When you started looking forward and saying, okay, this is what I wanted to be, you knew there was a cap on capacity, but I think you liked that, right? As opposed to playing in a big arena like Tingley.
Well, look, you want it to be up close and personal, and everybody's involved, and you want a full building. So, we pack the seats, we pack them in, we get some standing room, got a couple nice suites we fill up.
Yeah.
But as you know, we've got those training rinks, the tunnels on the side. We can lift the board, so we'll have 200 or 300, mostly kids, skating. They skate up the side. They watch from the corner right on the ice. Kid takes his buddy's hat off, chases on. They're back skating a little longer, and they're back watching the game. So it's the place is packed, and it's nobody likes to go in an empty bar, right? You want to go into a packed house, and we're packed every night.
And it's a familial feel. I say familial because there's a familiarity, but yet, and I'm not a regular, and there are so many regulars you have there, I always feel welcome at the games. For those of you who aren't familiar where the Outpost is, it's on Tramway out near the county line. So when Tramway, you take it all the way north, just before it starts to bend down to the west, up at the top there, kind of near the entrance where you go up to the tram. It's where it is. And what Stan and his staff have done out there is really, really tremendous. And the game day atmosphere is great. They're welcoming, and it's affordable. I'm not even sure what I know. I mean, you know. I mean, the average ticket price is what?
They go anywhere from $10 up to $30 bucks probably.
Yeah, and you can go in there and just have a good time with it. All right, when we get back, you got another segment in you?
I got whatever you need.
All right, I want to talk about what you're doing this weekend, because I think it's really cool to work with and really to honor first responders here in New Mexico, and working with the 1082 Foundation. The jerseys, JJ, you got to look at the sweaters. Do you call it a jersey or sweater? What do we call them?
We can call them whatever we like.
The sweaters that they're wearing are spectacular, and they're going to be up for auction as well. Stan Hubbard.
And every dollar in that auction goes right to 1082, and that's thanks to First Tactical, who bought the jerseys for us.
And I want to tell you what 1082 is. Many of you are familiar with it. Many of you aren't. But I love the fact that you are just doing this for the first responders and really for their families. Stan Hubbard's in studio. We're talking about the Ice Wolves, who are a tremendous product and a tremendous entertainment time. We'll get more into that when we get back. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It's the most wonderful time.
We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain.
Before the games on Friday, it'll probably end on. It's up there. It's probably Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, well, it says the jerseys for both games will be up there. It's Dash Auctions. It starts at 12 p.m. Actually, tomorrow. What's Thursday? Is that today or tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
I don't know what the hell day it is. Tomorrow, and it'll close at 7 o'clock on Sunday. So if you want to take part in it, go look at them. They're insane. You just get a look at them.
I did.
You can see the lights flashing on them. They're super fun. They'll be game worn. Someone who buys them can have the option of having players sign them or not. But they're really special sweaters, and we don't make extra ones, right? This is what there are.
What is it about hockey sweaters? What is it about the promotional? Like baseball teams do them, right? And for whatever. And I worked in hockey for a little bit. There's something about them, I'm going to guess every game you see a different sweater jersey that you've never seen before.
You know, we have such a great following, and a lot of people bring their hockey, what they love with them, and some of the jerseys we see out there every night. I was like, man, I haven't seen that one in a long time. But it's super fun to come out. We had Jersey night last weekend, and
just wear a different hockey jersey.
Everybody had them on. That was great.
So my daughter, I want to say it was her junior year in high school. She was injured. She was on crutches. She had a stress fracture, and she didn't know what to do for our Halloween. And we were going through my closet, and I found my the yellow Scorpion sweater where it says Scorpions kind of across the front. The yellow and black had our name on the back, and so she on crutches. I think I told you this. I showed you the picture. She was an injured hockey player for Halloween. She eye black, like a black eye, and blacked out a tooth, and wore the old hockey sweater, and was on crutches.
And she wasn't exaggerating.
And all of a sudden, she felt, all right, dude, I can go to the party. Yeah. She felt like, and it was an old hockey sweater that turned into. So it was really, really cool. Stan Hubbard's in studio. He's the owner of the New Mexico Ice Wolves. They got the big weekend against El Paso. NMIceWolves.com is for your way to get tickets up.
Let me just say this too. First responders, right? We love them out there, and we've got logos of eight major first responder agencies on these jerseys.
Along the bottom of the jersey.
The bottom, we could have gone to 20, but we had to stop at some point. So we got 8 of them. But also on Friday and Saturday, any first responders that are out there, first responders and their family, they get pretty good discounts at the grill and the shop. So we appreciate what they bring to this community, and they always had the trouble not away from it.
15% discount at the Center Ice Grill and at Chili's Pro Shop.
Is there also a teddy bear toss mixed in this weekend?
On Saturday night, there's a teddy bear toss, and that's always fun, right? So bring as many teddy bears as you want to bring out. But when the Ice will score our first goal on Saturday night, everybody will toss their teddy bear. It's super fun. They all get picked up. They get donated to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, and the deputies will use those over the holidays when they have some tough encounters with kids that they just need to bring a little cheer.
Love that. All right. Before we get out of here, I'm going to give you all the details on this again. But what they're doing with 1082 this weekend is great. Get out there. It's both games start at 7 o'clock. 6:30 on Friday and Saturday. I think the popularity of hockey is growing, and I think your club has really been key with that. And I learned to love the game as a kid. I learned to love it more when I worked the year with the Scorpions and worked with those guys and just learned the game more. I learned that it's way better to sit up behind the goal than it is to sit center ice, and that's where I learned it. But the popularity obviously is grown, and there's the pro team that's coming into Rio Rancho, and I think that's in large part because of what the Ice Wolves have done. How do you take a look at it as another hockey team? The Goatheads are going to come in and move into Rio Rancho in the East Coast Hockey.
Well, I think, look, you spread a little hockey across the community a little more, and when things are out of sight, they're out of mind. And if there's more hockey and there's a little attention on it, I think it helps us to grow the game. More kids are going to get involved. You can see more kids playing on the street. See more kids want to go learn to skate. I think hockey built hockey, and that's. I look forward to having the Goatheads in town.
Yeah, I love the way you look at it because you say partnership. We're all in the same game. Let's all pull on the same end of the rope, essentially.
We've got a game to grow.
Yeah, with growing the game too, it's the entertainment product in Albuquerque in the community, and you've seen how tough it is to establish that foundation which you have. How do you feel about just the market, how they're responding to sports, and the growth potential in this market to continue to build?
This community needs more things for people to do at night, right, and the day. So I think any of these activities are all good, but. Look, we've seen what's happened over the last couple of years with the Lobos basketball. We saw the crowds that have gone in to support Lobos football, right? It's you win a little bit, you get some excitement. All that's gonna grow, and I think we'll see the same in ice hockey. And kids are more kids are gonna skate, more kids are gonna play hockey, more kids are gonna just have some fun with it.
I was with some friends just this last weekend, and we're in their vehicle. And there was all the hockey equipment in the back. But we got the big vehicle because the whole hockey team's in the car all the time, right? And just watch the popularity of youth hockey take off. Stam's got a little dilemma, JJ. He just talked about Lobo football, Lobo athletics, and he's been in this community for a long time. He's from Minnesota. Got a little rate bowl dilemma. What do you do? I mean, you got Lobos in Minnesota and a rate bowl.
It's a tough one. In our home, boys follow both teams and cheer loud for both teams. Long time being a Gopher fan, and that's where I went to school, University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
But I've been here 16 years. This is home. I got to go with the Lobos. Although I will tell you this, and I don't know why I know it. The Gophers have never lost a bowl game under Coach PJ Fleck.
Yeah, and it's Fleck versus Eck, and the way Minnesota plays postseason. JJ, when we talked about that a little bit, I mean, I think they've lost 2 of their last 3, but postseason somehow PJ gets them ready to play.
It's going to be a really fun football game, and it's New Mexico Bowl's going to be fun too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I think the winners, and you talked about this, and you and I have had these conversations. The more we can bring to this community, the more we can bring this positive to this community, more things for people to do. I think everybody's winning, and for us, I looked at Bowl Selection Sunday as a win for football fans, right? Lobo fans get to go play a Big Ten opponent in a relatively close venue location, and we were able to put together maybe the best matchup we've ever had in the 20-year history as we celebrate 20 years of the Isleta New Mexico Bowl.
Good for you guys.
It's crazy. Bringing a ranked team and the number 1 offense in America, and then 20 wins combined. It's special, man. And so we got 2 special weekends coming up. All right, one last time, let people know what's going on this weekend out at the outpost with the Ice Wolves and how to get out there.
We are honoring first responders this weekend. We're wearing special jerseys. We're playing El Paso, who sit right next to us in the rankings. It's going to be a great hockey game. Teddy Bear Toss on Saturday. Bring your teddy bears. nmicewolves.com is the website. And if I could just give a little shout out, all of this is possible for us because of our host families. Our players, 18, 19, 20 years old, live with local families. They become part of it. These are not kids out party night. They are focused. They're dedicated. They become part of the family. And if anybody's interested in that, you can find information on our website too. But we always need the help, and we always appreciate good families.
I want to go, and I have that right here. I've got a good friends who have been billet families for a while, and they rave about the young men who you bring in. These young men, you vet them, you hold them accountable. The coaches hold them accountable. People are always somewhat, iffy. Who am I bringing into my home, right? These are young men who are here to play hockey, go to school, and become better. And I want to say they've been billet families probably for 5 years. The relationships,
I know who you're talking about. They're great.
And the relationships they've made with these young men
and different players from year to year,
every year, right? And the relationship, and they talk about our kids, like they're empty nested. They talk about our kids and how they love them, how respectful it is. They come home and they tell them stories. It's something that's really special. And this is a program. This isn't unique to here. This is junior hockey all around North America. But there is a drop down on nmicewolves.com, and it says become a host family. And it gives you all kinds of information about it, frequently asked questions, what you need to do, how to become involved. But if it's something that you consider, and this is, what are the time period that the young men are there?
They usually get down late August, and they leave as late as mid-May, but could be as late as mid-April.
Yeah, when the playoffs.
It depends how we do in playoffs. But look, we have families. Some are hockey families, young hockey families. Some are empty nesters. Some people knew nothing about hockey, but it's a really, really, they make lifelong friendships, and it's a tremendous experience, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think those are really, really special people that do this, and you're going to get introduced to a brand new community too, because as a host family, as a billet family, you end up going to the games, you end up going to events, you meet very much like-minded people, and the young men, again, the stories that I've heard from the billet families and what these young men have added to their families and their lives, I haven't heard a negative yet. And I've been working in junior hockey. I've been here 30 years, but before that I was in the Western Hockey League up in Tri-Cities and watched how it goes up there. I've never met a billet family who regretted doing it.
No, they never do. And if anybody even thinks they might be interested, come on out to the games this weekend. Find me. Ask any staffer. They know where to find me. Find Tina or Greg, our host family coordinators. We'll have a nice chat. We'll see if it's for them.
He is Stan Hubbard. He is the owner of the Ice Wolves. Really appreciate the conversation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for bringing something really, really cool to our community. And really congratulations on the success. Again, first responders going to be honored at the Ice Wolves game Friday, Ice Wolves game Saturday. Second place, New Mexico. Third place, El Paso. 6:30 starts. All the proceeds on the auctions for the jerseys will go to the foundation,
1082.org.
the 1082 Foundation, to help the first responders and their families. nmicewolves.com is where to get your tickets. Stan, congratulations on everything. Appreciate the friendship.
Thanks, guys.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505.
Give it a shot, man. I think you'll really enjoy ice cream hockey. Every time I've been out there, I love it. Just don't get out there nearly enough, and it's pretty close to home. 505-246-0610, how to get in today. It's the opening drive. Jeff and JJ. Breaking news this morning, the Dolphins have benched Tua Tagovailoa. Quinn Ewers is going to be their quarterback on Saturday against the Bengals. Let's go to you, 505-246-0610. Marty, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, Marty.
Hey, guys. Hey, I haven't had a chance to chime in on Diego. I think Diego's just a competitor. I mean, he's a young guy. He's going to make mistakes. I think Lobo fans sour about the whole urinating on. To me, it's like, get over it. There's a lot worse things in this world. And he's a competitor. I think he's always been told he's too short, too slow, too this, too that. So you develop kind of a callous, sort of competitive inner rage in you when that happens. Kind of the Rocky Balboa syndrome, It's just who he is. I think we judge. I like to judge players from their production on the field. I can't control. I'm not the jury. I can't control what they do off the field. I think if you're one of those people, you probably got to answer your questions about yourself. But to me, it's just his personality. I think he he's a little rough. He's going to learn. He's going to know his audience. That maybe comes through trial and error, ups and downs. He knows that. Shame on the Lobos for not recruiting him. Yeah, we're past that. He's had a great college career. One of the best college careers that I can remember from any. Better than Gentry, better than any guy that I can remember in New Mexico.
Yeah, the best college
but
career.
Then we praise guys like Gentry, who, to me, he was just all right, And I know he didn't urinate. My comparison there is, let's just judge him for what he did on the football field.
Well,
he hasn't said anything that that is going to hurt anyone or hurt your feelings. That's different. So be it. But I'm a fan. Always rooted the kid on. I think there's a million Diego Pavias out there still to be recruited, or maybe never get recruited. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, that's
and then really quick on the Cowboys, 'cause I haven't had a chance to call in all season. I'd love to see them pull. Jerry, if you're going to be, that wild card gambler that you say you are, I would move on from Dak, especially because he's still in his prime. I would call the Cincinnati Bengals and make that trade. I'd give away Dak and that extra first-rounder for Joe Burrow, because I think that's what that team needs. It needs a new face of the franchise. Because the coach is not going to elevate the quarterback. We know that. The owner's not, but the quarterback can elevate everybody else.
All right, man. I appreciate you. There's a lot there. Let me go to Diego first. All right. Everybody's got their thoughts on Diego. I think there's a lot of truth in what he said. And JJ, we hear all the time, be who you are. And I agree. That's who Diego is. I think Diego was walking the line. Some loved him, some hated him. There was that. The F the voters post was probably something that didn't need to be done.
Yeah, the national narrative had nothing to do with what happened with Diego and the logo.
Yeah, zero. It was never mentioned. It's mentioned around here, and that's formed people's opinion on it. He said, I judge him solely on how he plays. I think there's two ways to judge him, and people are not going to. It's like anybody else, man. If you judge him solely how he plays, 100%. Dude's a baller. Dude's a gamer. But who do you only judge that way, right? LeBron is a baller, but people dislike him because of what he says, who he is, how he acts. Everybody, right? That's how you kind of decide who you like and who you don't. It's really hard to separate. JJ, if I had a vote for the Heisman, I would have separated it, and I would have voted him number one for the Heisman. Obviously, I'm not alone. Many other people who have votes voted that way. But you say, be who you are, and Diego is being who he is. And so I don't have a problem with the way Marty feels about that, and I understand it. But that's the perception of the young man nationally. To your point, I don't think at all the urinating on the logo thing played into the national narrative.
No, I know we mentioned a couple times just for Lobo fans to get over it, and you don't have to. It's part of a rivalry. If you're a fan of the Lobos, I don't expect you to want to just get over things.
No.
I'm not going to feel bad about that. And if you want to keep throwing that on someone, okay, so be it. I didn't hold that against him. I didn't vote him number one. I voted him number two. And it was just came down to me, the quarterback of an undefeated team, made big plays at the end of the season. To me, it was right there. I didn't factor in character. I wasn't offended when he said F the voters. Like, I did look at it from a football perspective, but there is a broader picture. He is the quarterback of Vanderbilt. He represents Vanderbilt. Their fans love him, but of course, then you're going to get a national narrative against it. The way you hold yourself in these positions does matter. It can't just be strictly about what you do on the football field, because he's not that good for it to be overlooked for him to get a chance at the next level.
Yeah, I think there's two conversations there. The next level good and college good. He's as good as there is in college football. He's
so
an
this is
incredible
where
college football player.
It is going to get nitpicked. Is the character of who he is he's maybe, if he's lucky, 6 feet tall.
I don't think.
And to get a chance and to be in camp, and people will bring you in, and you might have that buzz, and they'll have people around rookie minicamp, but then you get to training camp, and that's where teams will be like, all right, do we want a practice squad or QB3 guy that's going to be like this.
And that's real. He mentioned something about he had a better college career than Zach Gentry. Look, I don't want to knock on anybody. Zach Gentry had a terrific college career at Michigan and went on to play in the pros.
Who's putting him in that conversation we've been having? It's with Tommy McDonald and Diego Pavia.
Yeah, I think I don't even know that I think it's arguable. Diego Pavia had the best college football career of any New Mexico football athlete that's come out of a New Mexico high school since Tommy McDonald in the mid-50s and maybe ever. If you want to compare him to Tommy McDonald, what he did in the mid-50s, I'm down. But he had the best college career, period, of anybody. Donald said Diego Pavia coming in second place behind Mendoza was a blessing. Nobody wants another Johnny Manziel 2.0 winning the Heisman. Diego just proved in his posting on Saturday night, but coming in second place brought him a ton of positivity without having to prove he was better than Mendoza for the rest of his football career. This is from LB, and no, the answer is Brian Urlacher had the best New Mexico college career. No. Brian Urlacher had the best pro career. Brian Urlacher was a really good college football player. Brian was good at New Mexico. I'm not dousing Brian's career at all. Brian was a punt returner, a kick returner, a safety, a linebacker, a receiver, parlayed that in being a top 10 pick in the NFL and a Hall of Fame career with the Bears. Diego's a Heisman finalist, was a national champion in junior college, a legend on 3 campuses, turned around 2 programs completely. Again, if you tell me you like LeBron over Michael Jordan, it doesn't mean you're dissing Jordan. I'm not dissing Brian or anybody else. I think even Brian would tell you Diego Pavia had a better college football career. And again, it's not dissing Brian at all, is it? I mean, do you compare Brian's career to Diego? Is it better? In college football, college.
I think Brian's on the list.
Sure.
But what Diego's done the last 2 years.
Yeah, but this and again,
this year specifically is second in Heisman.
Yeah. This is the same person who, obviously, and you don't like Diego. I'm cool with that. He said Diego, nothing he's done really that bad, just more the pattern of character matters. The NFL team won't draft a guy who might be good is definitely going to be a distraction. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I would argue. The other part of Marty's call, trade Dak and one of those first to Cincinnati for Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow isn't having fun and wants out, I don't hate the concept. Do the Bengals and Joe Burrow need a change of scenery? I mean, I don't know that I hate the concept. Do you?
Not at all. And I think with the comments over the last week about Joe Burrow, him needing to have fun again playing football, that opens the door to kick the tires on the Cincinnati Bengals. We know they're a cheap organization, so if you offer them up some draft picks, they might be intrigued in that.
I mean, I just don't know that it would go that way. I don't know if you're Cincinnati and they call and say, "Hey, Dak and one of our first for Burrow, are you listening?"
I think you could get Cincinnati to listen to that.
All right, if you're the Cowboys, do you want to do that? I mean, look, Dak's numbers this year have been really good. But again, let me phrase it this way:
Is it a quarterback problem with the Cowboys?
I was just going there. So, if Joe Burrow is the quarterback of the Cowboys, are they any different right now? And let's say a healthy Joe Burrow, because I know he's been out for a while. But a healthy Joe Burrow, are the Cowboys a playoff team this year? Is it any different this year? Because I agree with you. I don't think their issue is a quarterback issue.
Are they just the Cincinnati Bengals of the NFC?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
They got the offense, no defense.
I mean, I did you hear what JJ just said? Did you call them that? No, you asked. Cowboy fan. I mean, how's that? That's got to feel something.
So who was in the Super Bowl most recently?
The Bengals. the Bengals. All right. Bourne says Diego Pivia's apology is a classic example of an athlete putting foot in mouth, barely legible statement with poor spelling and grammar, then a perfectly crafted apology written by a professional fixer-upper. And Bourne, your response is the typical response of every apology that comes out, that nothing, and granted, when a guy has to make an apology, he's probably put himself in a bad spot. But Bourne, it's the typical, either you're going to say which PR guy wrote it or which AI wrote it, right? Nothing's going to be good enough once the guy does that. And not telling you it needs to be good enough. So I would tell you both of those are right on brand. I mean, the initial F the writers wasn't all that, or F the voters wasn't all that poor grammatically. It was pretty easy post to put out there and not spell wrong. Was there poor spelling and grammar in F dash the voters? It was written all right. Look, I don't know who wrote his apology or who said it or who suggested it. He did apologize. It's not good enough for many, and I get that. And it doesn't make the sting of the initial statement go away. Get to your calls. We'll wrap it up when we get back. 505-246-0610 on the opening drive. 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This is Boomer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Go with Quinn Ewers, their quarterback. Next weekend, the Knicks win the NBA Cup, 124-113 over the Spurs. And Lady Lobos Open Conference play tonight here on the Sports Animal against Boise State. Omar says, reply to Marty, Jeff, Coach Jones put in a no-trade clause so this quarterback isn't leaving luxurious Texas Stadium to go play in frigid Cincinnati. Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Dan. Oh, you gone. Would you hit the button and he gone? All right. I got a text on Diego. It says, hey, bud, in regards to Pavia, specifically in Albuquerque, he has a habit of never apologizing. And all of a sudden now, with all his and his family's antics and fights, etc., I just think people are tired of his bad sportsmanship attitude from day one. That's why I just hear from others, and I think his apology was staged for the NFL. Guys like him will never change. And then you see a guy like Mendoza, who won the Heisman, how humble and grateful he is. It's night and day. Like, Diego's who he is, and Mendoza who is who he is. And I'm going to tell you, part of the lore, and I don't know that this is sustainable, and we'll see. Part of the lore, part of the fame, part of the notoriety that has been Diego Pavia has been his bravado. Look at the podcasts he's on, the people with whom he goes on podcasts. Look at the exposures he's been getting. He didn't win the Heisman. Fernando Mendoza did. Have you seen Fernando Mendoza on those sorts of podcasts getting that exposure? You haven't, right? Diego's bravado, his, call it whatever, personality, I pick your name. I don't care. Diego, in some respects, is capitalizing, because I'm going to guess he's monetizing all of this. The moment. This could be, and I don't know if it will or not, this could be the biggest Diego Pavia ever is. I know plenty of you have told me, yeah, his 15 minutes are up and he's going to go back. Well, okay, maybe. Or Diego parlays this into whether it's an NFL career, an entertainment career. Diego Pavia is still all these things you're saying. More, give me the word, popular might not be it. Q rating, give me the word. Than anybody else who was on that stage in New York for the Heisman Trophy. He didn't win. But don't you think more people know who he is than know who Fernando Mendoza or Jeremiah Love or Justin Sayin?
Yeah, he was the biggest crossover personality.
And still is.
of the Heisman Trophy final.
Right. So say what you will and feel how you will, and I'm not mad at you. I mean, last thing I'm going to do is tell you how you should feel about something. But Diego is playing this in large respects probably pretty well as far as monetizing his popularity or his notoriety. And those who love him love him. Look at the way all the people go over and just want to hug Diego. Whenever you see him on, I don't care if it's on First Take or if it's on whatever podcast it is or whatever show, it's a different feel with the former athletes who interview him. Different feel, a different conversation than it is when with the other guys, right? You take that as what you want. I take that as, well, that's a pretty mad respect that the former athletes are showing this.
They like his game and personality.
But he's a dog. His story, his game. I don't know where this ends up, man. I don't know if he's an NFL guy. I don't know if he's back in Burke in a year, working here. I don't know. Or maybe he's a damn star. Maybe he's on TV. Maybe he's got his own show. Maybe he does a Pavia family show, right? Is that E? What network does this? Bravo, E?
Yeah.
Right?
Surprised there wasn't one yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not one yet, too. Netflix, whomever happens to do that. But I'm going to go back to my premise on this, man. I hear all the time, be who you are. Be who you are. Diego isn't putting on an act for anybody. Is it rough around the edges? Fine. Yeah. Is it polished? Not all the time. Got him a hell of a lot further than every single one of us thought it would. That and his game. Thanks to Stan Hubbard, owner of the Ice Wolves. He was in studio. NMIceWolves.com is the website. Go out and enjoy that this weekend. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas is in at 4, and then JJ cracks the mic at 6:30 from the pit for Lobo women's basketball against Boise State. Adrian, great work. Appreciate you immensely. It looks great on TV. He's JJ Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Have a great call. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView.